it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it back. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Syracuse will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all for him.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Syracuse right back at it. Davis will throw. Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They're going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Red pass, it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It's caught downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Quick release by the QB. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Hand off from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, CuSe.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tar Heels offense will go to work for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for room. It's Green. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, he's looking to throw. He'll fire to his right. Got it inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Davis looking to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that pass picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out, there he goes! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to the ground game on the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them on 1st down, and 2nd down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Syracuse right back at it. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring at 3rd.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him, and what he's seeing right now, he's seeing ghosts. Doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
Makes the grab. It's Thomas. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets 1st down.
Davis will throw. Gets it out quickly. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Safe completion on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to throw it again. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also...
Oh, look out! A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Willis. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on it for quite a while. Great return there. 1st down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Shakes off the tackler. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside.
He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Never a doubt. And now the lead's extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking to throw on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the marker, it's Green. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The give to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to play the kind of push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Now, 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play. Boom.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
The return is tackled down at the 13. And the Syracuse offense will take over.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
It's complete. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Syracuse right back at it. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. He'll work his way down to the 28. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Davis looking to pass. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Syracuse has it in the red zone. A flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. On the ground, it's Willis. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. Right back to him on the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Syracuse, 10.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
2nd down coming up.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Takes his shot. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games, and that guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Davis will throw. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Okay, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Tackle is made after the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Surging forward on the sneak.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paula.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Francis. And the returner is stopped. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
This offense has a second down play. Davis looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Willis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on second down. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Grabbed in the end zone for a touchdown, and there's still a hill to climb, but they are still fighting, staggering, stumbling, but still upright and not finished yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw